Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing multi-entry visas, and we could be talking about any category here. So this is B, this is O. In theory, it could be OA retirement visas, but let me just preface this by saying, unlike the other categories we're going to talk about, an OA retirement visa, when you stamp into the country, you get as much as a year, depending on your insurance coverage, but you get almost a year. And before the insurance requirement, you got a year upon entry. So when you see an OA that's issued with a one-year validity, there actually is some purpose to that. Presently, unfortunately, the B and the O visa, I think the multi-entry visa, if anything, especially the last 18 months, all it really does is kind of create confusion. Let me explain what I'm talking about. When you see a visa sticker that's an O multi-entry visa or a B multi-entry visa, that is going to be issued with a one-year validity. Now, most people look at that and say, oh, I go into Thailand, I got my year. Not true. You come into Thailand and upon entry, you're given a 90-day stamp at entry. This is a big difference. And you only have 90 days of lawful status under that visa. So the thing to take away from this video is, one of the things to take away, is a multiple entry visa. In the past, these were really useful. A lot of folks used them, especially like 10 years ago. I knew many people that liked using the multi-entry visa. They'd get one abroad, they'd get a B or an O, and they would come into Thailand. They'd do 80, 85 days. They'd usually take a trip somewhere, do a border run, and return. They'd come back to Thailand within a couple of days, and they get another 90 days, as long as they're within that one-year validity of the sticker. So they get a stamp for 90 days, and you can get 4 and even 5 stamps if you time it right at 90 days a stamp if you come in under the validity of the visa sticker. But this is the confusing part. People from abroad don't really understand this overall system because, quite frankly, it's a little bit confusing. In fact, it's very confusing if you don't know how to deal with it. But yeah, no, that validity only is the validity of the sticker. It's not of one's status in the country. So in B or O status, multiple entry visa, you're coming in and you're getting 90-day stamp at entry, not a one-year stamp at entry. And so it does kind of beg the question, what's the purpose in this current situation we're in under the emergency decree, where it's effectively impossible to do border runs and visa runs, at least impossible to do it in a relatively straightforward manner, or has been up to this point. There is talk, especially with regard to vaccinated entrance to Thailand, that there may be some relaxation starting in October, allowing folks to come in who have vaccinations and not having to undergo the prolonged quarantine or the prolonged presence strictly in Phuket or Samui. It may open up to Bangkok, may open up to some other places, including Pattaya, possibly Hua Hin. But long story short, up to this point, at least during this emergency decree, yeah, it is a good question. I've had people ask me that, especially folks that got dangerously close to overstay unwittingly, or in certain situations did overstay and they had to deal with the ramifications of that. Yeah, that sticker validity, it's a little bit, I hesitate to say it's misleading, but it's definitely confusing, and it's different from your stamp validity of 90 days. And yeah, I would say it does kind of call into question the usefulness of a one-year multi-entry visa in the COVID era.